Hello everybody, it looks like Dr. Stuart Allen Swerdler, but today I'm identifying as an aircraft for SAS Airlines.
I like that. We could go some places.
Because it does have my initials, and
Yeah.
it was named after me after all. So I think I would like to be a Boeing 777 today.
I think that suits you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think we need to now get your identity papers changed immediately.
I don't have an identity like that.
You don't?
I just have a serial number. You want to see where it's tattooed?
No. Speaking of which, did you know in Hungary, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban is facing a strong backlash from universities because he actually banned gender studies program.
You know what? I like him.
He said that people are born either male or female, unless, like we have said, it's, but has some kind of genetic anomaly, which some people do. So anyway, I was happy to hear about that, actually. A spokesman for the Prime Minister said, quote, "The government's standpoint is that people are born either male or female, and we do not consider it acceptable for us to talk about socially constructed genders rather than biological
God bless
sexes."
him. He also keeps the immigrants out of Hungary.
Now, what's interesting, once they did this, then they went on, according to Budapest's prestigious Central European University, and removed their accreditation for gender studies master's and PhD programs.
Who did that?
The Hungarian government.
Okay.
Now, what's interesting about it, because it goes deeper, is guess who backs the Central European University?
Not George Soros.
George Soros, yes. So, of course, their university came unglued about that because they claim, that they're being personally attacked, which maybe they are, but, actually, I'm okay with that.
Soros has personally attacked everyone on Earth.
And the Prime Minister is also known to accuse Soros of trying to devastate European culture by flooding the European continent with immigrants.
Yes, exactly correct.
So now he's trying to get rid of them.
Good.
Now, the only thing is that this university is also in other parts of Europe and also accredited in the U.S. But they're starting with Hungary and they are banning it. And I personally think that is a great idea.
That is a great bowl of goulash right there.
And speaking of gender identity,
well, I'm identifying as an aircraft today. So please respect that.
Well, today, not exactly today, but next month, Tasmania in Australia.
That's the state of Australia.
Yep. The Parliament is debating about removing gender from birth certificates. So the sex of a baby would no longer be recorded on birth certificates under proposed amendments.
So then they'd have no gender for the rest of their life.
At all. And then the Parliament also said that they are considering a bill to remove a requirement for transgender people to divorce their partners in order to change their gender on official documents.
I don't understand that.
I know. So, but my point is that if this happens, then this is going to set the trend for other things to happen.
You know what? Now they have a new prime minister who seems to have a brain. Maybe he'll stop all this nonsense.
We'll find out. And then this was just an op-ed piece that I found very interesting. It was called "Why the Transgender Movement is About to Implode on Itself."
I sure hope so.
And this person wrote this in July of this year with an update for October. So in July, this person said why the transgender, and they're calling it a revolution, will fail. 1, the transgender revolution is oppressive. 2, it's irrational. 3, it's unhealthy. 4, it's extreme. 5, it's dangerous. 6, it's unnatural. And 7, it's an attack on children.
Who wrote that? I like that person.
I have the links. And now, 3 months later, this person said that there is even more evidence why it cannot succeed, and they're claiming that the academic world will not be able to sustain its suppression of studies that contradict trans activism. This is the same thing that's going on in Hungary now, but Hungary said we've had enough of this nonsense. Apparently, at Brown University, Brown assistant professor suggests that gender dysphoria occurring around the time of puberty could be due to peer pressure or online influences, like duh.
Well, it's also mind control and programming.
But this is what he wrote. Well, the Brown article was removed by Brown University. Even though it was peer-reviewed and peer-approved, they took it down because they said it would cause controversy.
Yeah, not too much government interference there, is there?
And then in October, this month still, we're still in October, in England and the UK, over 100 academics have raised their concerns about the suppression of proper academic analysis and discussion of the social phenomena of transgenderism and its multiple causes and effects. So
okay, I don't know what the hell that means.
that means the same thing, that the academics are saying we are doing the research, we're doing the studies, and none of it's making sense. So they're saying academically, scientifically, why is this moving forward?
So actually somebody in UK also has a brain.
100 of them.
Wow, 100 people in
So
UK have a
there
brain.
was issues over the Brown.
That's a lot
The
for
Brown
UK.
University report. There was an issue. 100 academics in the UK are saying what's wrong with this. And then this op-ed person goes on to say that the world of sports will ultimately revolt against males competing with females.
Right.
And that is, we've
It's
talked
wrong.
about, or vice versa, right?
It's wrong.
And then, of course, in this article also mentions the recent ban by the Prime Minister in Hungary, which I think that's a great move. And then here in the U.S., it said it was recently revealed, now this kind of surprised me, that the Department of Health and Human Services is seeking to create a legal definition of sex under Title IX, which is a federal civil rights law that deals with education, and they want to define it as a biological basis that is clear, grounded in science, objective, and administrable. In other words, they're
If
going
you
to
have a penis, you're a boy, and if you have a vagina, you're a girl.
yeah, unless you have that genetic testing, which we've talked about before. But other than that, the U.S. is trying to make that law, and they're claiming that's as a result of Trump administration
Well, that's good.
pushing back against the misinterpretation of laws by Obama.
Exactly.
So anyway, I thought that was very interesting.
Obama committed treason on this country.
Now, the next thing that's coming up, which is interesting to me, has to do with fashion trends.
Well, am I in that article?
No, because it says that guys are getting more Botox and fillers to look better on social media, and they're calling it Brotox.
Brotox.
Brotox. Now, the issue is with all of this, it started with plastic surgery with people who were looking older and saggier, so to speak,
I wouldn't know about that.
making themselves look better. Now it's like people in their, late teens, early 20s
That are getting
who start this stuff, well, and the females as well. So, it's no longer something for, let's say, older people. It's for, like, everybody, and it's very expensive. So I found that
Thank
interesting.
God I don't need it.
Thank God. And did you know that South Korea is actually experiencing a beauty, or pushing a revolution in the beauty industry? A global.
South Korea?
South Korea.
I don't know about that
Apparently in the last 18 months that the South Korean beauty trends are coming over to the West. Apparently in South Korea their beauty industry is estimated to be worth over $13 billion, or about 10 billion British pounds. And apparently they claim that South Korea's beauty industry is about 10 to 12 years ahead of the West.
Well, they have very beautiful flight attendants.
Yeah, because they said that they're trained to take care of their skin rather than needing foundation and other products to cover up the blemishes.
I hope it doesn't require eating dogs.
So it says in South Korea that their usual skincare regime, starting at a very young age, goes from 7 to 12 steps, whereas here in the U.S. we only use about 3. And guess what? South Korea is now pushing cosmetics for both male and females.
Of course. So
Which,
you can be beautiful.
Instead of having like $13 billion, it'll be $26 billion, right? So, I kind of can see it for, like they said, special occasions, or if you're an entertainer, performer, under camera lights, or, if you're getting married, but they want to make it like an everyday thing. And of course, like I said, skincare and all that I think is good for everybody, not just females. But the masks, the makeup stuff, that's mask. So you have to be careful.
This is all natural. You're right here.
It's all natural.
All natural.
And did you know that what they're calling the weirdest beauty trend of 2018? So that makes it sound like it's been around a while, but I've just heard of it.
What?
This is actually temporary tooth polish that comes in colors like sunshine, fairy dust, mint, and pretty in pink.
So this is for people with very bad teeth that just color them in so they look pretty.
Well, I don't know, but they claim that it's like a nail polish for your teeth. That's only about $20 a bottle. They're making a glitter line, and you can do all your teeth.
Glitter in your teeth?
Yeah, or just one, and it's supposedly developed by dentists. It's supposedly 100% safe.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like radiation.
And it says that it stands up for 24 hours to eating and drinking, and to remove it, you just brush it. So,
Except that when it goes in your food and you swallow it.
I don't know. It sounds kind of disgusting to me, but I thought it was interesting.
Why would you do that?
And then the fashion trends for spring of 2019.
Oh, I can't wait.
Faces, it says, are officially out.
No face?
No face.
But mine is so pretty.
So what they're doing when on the catwalks is they're like covering the model's head totally, like you can see out, but you can't see their face. And then some of them, they also have netting. That was like popular thinking.
So it's like a burqa.
Oh yeah. Well, except
that
there's
they banned, and now they're going to put it on the fashion.
Yeah. That's right. And so they have all different kinds of things, and some of them that's a whole bodysuit, but you can just see their lips and their eyes, I guess a little bit for their nose.
Who the heck's going to wear that?
But remember we talked about the programming. It means that you have no more identity.
I mean, really?
And that's what they're trying to do to you, is take away your identity.
Except if you go to the airport, you can't wear that.
I don't know what they're going to do at the airport.
Well, because you have to show your face.
Well, I don't know what they're going to do, but anyway, I just thought it was interesting. And lastly, for spring, it's going to be the thing for women to wear nothing under their jackets.
Well, I agree with that one.
Yeah, I bet you do. So there's no blouse, no nothing. You're just supposed to
make it simple.
Yeah, leave it wide open. It doesn't matter if they have showed pregnant women, non-pregnant women, heavy women, slim women.
Okay, they got to put some rules about that.
Yeah, well, they don't have any rules, so it's just you're not supposed to wear anything. You just leave it open. So anyway,
I'll be the judge of that.
So that's what's happening out in the world these days. So I find that very interesting. And if you want to take control of your own mind, Stuart says it's a great
if you
little
have
book.
one.
13 Cubed and The True Reality of Sexuality. All of these things will help you control your own mind so other people don't control it for you. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel. And also please like, comment, and share on our Facebook page.
But most importantly, like me.
Yeah, and get a membership on our website so that you can ask more personal questions that are of interest to the general readership. So with that said, thank you for joining us, and we will see you again very soon.
Goodbye.